In this short video, we're going to look at two indoor antennas by Antop. These are amplified FM/AM indoor antennas. Let's check them out. In this episode, I've got two AM/FM antennas to check out today from Antop. Now these say that they will work with AM and FM, so that would mean they would probably have a bar antenna in it as well, which eliminates having to have two separate antennas, which is kind of nice. I'm going to connect them up to my tuner and we're going to test them out here. We'll test both of them. Both of them claim up to 50 miles of range, and they're amplified. So first we'll check out this one. So first things first, let's open it, and then I'll go grab a receiver, or a tuner, I guess. I'll use my Nice Techniques fancy tuner. It's got the super hot receiver in it, and we'll see how it works. In the box, of course, there's good old instructions, warranty card. I don't think we need to deal with instructions for an antenna, but it just tells you what connectors it's got and so forth on it, and probably has the specifications like how much gain the amplifier has. It's going to use a DC input, and it's going to connect to the AM antenna and the FM using a coaxial input. Frequency range 530 to 1620 kilohertz in 87.5 to 108. 3 dB gain on AM and 20 dB gain on FM for this model. So let me go grab a tuner and we will try this out. It even comes with adapters. See if you've got if you've got a European style receiver, or a receiver that uses the European type connector, and it's got this antenna adapter for AM radios that have the 3 connector on the back, which one pin's already fallen out. We'll just push that back in. Comes with a little power adapter to provide power for the unit. It looks to be just a standard USB power supply. It is output 5 volts at 200 milliamps, so it is just a standard USB adapter. So it'll work with any USB adapter, but this cable is obviously not a USB plug. It has a standard barrel connector on the end. And here's the antenna here. We'll just open this up, set it up, and then I'll go grab my tuner, and we'll see what kind of stations I can pull in with this antenna. Alright, I've got the antenna connected to my Technics. This is the STS707, a very good sensitive tuner. Let's just see what I can pull in with this tuner, with this antenna connected on top. It's plugged into I'm just sitting on top of it here, so I haven't moved it outside or anything. I just want to see what I can get.
Abilities by instilling fear that they would be killed if they...
Give some volume there. See what we can pull in. Okay, I'm pulling in 90.9.
DVD players, stereos, microwaves, well, they use energy even when they're switched off. Think about plugging them into a power strip and turning them all off at the same time. Something to think about today.
Power.
Courtesy of Brio Laundry. Stop by Brio Laundry for quick, easy, and efficient
So it's pulling in 92.9 out of Bellingham, no problem.
Cleaner.
But that's a fairly strong signal.
C'était vraiment très privilégié.
The station is really weak, like really, really weak. and it's not pulling it in. But my rooftop antenna has trouble pulling that station in. 99.3 is fine. To the local station, loud and clear. So far, it's pulling in the stations I expected it would pull in. These are all local stations that are. You can get this with a dipole antenna. No problem. So FM wise, it's pulling in all the stations I expected it would pull in, especially for the antenna sitting on top of the receiver here. Let's see how AM fares. There's not a lot of programming on AM here, but we'll just see what I can get.
Consultation, visit CanadianAlignerClub.com today.
Okay, I'm pulling in the traffic station. CBC is there. We don't have much AM activity. Most of the AM stations are gone. Pulling in that station.
$15 a month with Lucky Mobile. There's no credit check.
980 is kind of weak, but 1040 is locking.
Switch today.
1130.
Year to date, we've got New York still down 17% and Toronto's only down 9%.
AM appears to be a bit directional. As I turn the antenna around, the reception increases. So I think it's just a bar antenna inside. So this one is the AT212 curved antenna. The other one was the bow. They both use the same type of power supply, so I can use the same power supply for both of them. So this is the AT212. We'll check out the AM reception first. See how the AM reception is. I got a lot of noise on AM, so.
Wait time, not too bad.
AM reception is what it is. I mean, AM reception out here is not very good anyway. I got a lot of interference. So let's go to look at FM. So we'll see what this one can do on FM, if it performs any better than the other. So we'll start out 88.1.
There's just no availability, and
good reception there.
People that come in and do family practice. And
90.9 is coming in good.
会面表示作为采购部长。
Yeah, neither one can pick up 98.3, which is not surprising because it's a fairly weak signal. They're picking up the regular vocal stations that are relatively easy to pick up. 100.3 is coming in okay. Same with 100.5. These are quite weak, these signals, and they're coming in okay.
Out of the ordinary. This is an impossible game.
Burnaby did with that $1,000 gift. That was huge.
Okay, so the two of them are fairly close in terms of performance. So my final evaluation, just from this quick evaluation, sitting in the shop here, connecting directly to the receiver, between the bow, which is the AT217, and the curved panel, the AT212. The AT212 certainly pulls in more FM stations under the same conditions, sitting on top of the receiver. I'm getting more stations with this one than with the bow antenna. Again, it's a little different design, a little larger antenna, and the amplifier has 25 dB gain versus 20 dB gain, and that's what's going to probably make the difference right there. Both of them are a good alternative if you can't put up an antenna outside, which obviously an outdoor antenna is going to give you superior reception to any indoor antenna. But if you're in a situation where you can't put up an antenna outside and you don't want to put up a dipole, pin up a dipole to the wall, because not everybody wants to nail wires up to their wall, then this is a good alternative. If you're in an RV or a trailer, it's also a good alternative because space is at a premium. Of the two of them, to recommend which one, I'd buy this one, just because I think the FM reception is a little bit better on this one than on the bow antenna, but they both will do an adequate job. And this adapter, this is called an IEC adapter. Some tuners use an IEC connector as opposed to the standard coaxial input, so it comes with an IEC female to F adapter. Anyway, just a quick look on this. I'll probably evaluate these more down the road, hook them up to my other receiver and see how they work, but I just wanted to get a quick rundown and give them a quick check using this tuner to say this tuner is pretty good for FM. It was pulling in stations when I put it on my external antenna on the roof. It was pulling in tons of stations, so it's a good tuner. Saying that, both these antennas will give you good local reception from the local FM stations. If you're trying to pull in stations that are further away, I would still suggest installing an outdoor antenna if possible, because that is going to give you the best reception possible. Thanks for watching.